Hey everyone, today is oil change day and I'm going to walk you through the process on this Yamaha 150 horsepower 4-stroke outboard. Everything you need for this job comes in a convenient kit. This outboard takes 4.5 liters of oil and the kit comes with 5 liters of oil. It also comes with an oil filter, drain gasket, and a funnel. Some handy tools that are not included in the kit to help you complete this job: just some paper towels to clean up any spills, an oil filter wrench, and then a socket, which in this case is going to be a 9/16. Since we're going to be draining the oil, we're also going to need an oil pan to catch the oil. Before we begin, put the outboard motor in an upright position without a tilt. If the outboard motor is not level, the oil level indicated on the dipstick may not be accurate. Before we change the oil and drain it out of the engine, we're going to take the cowl off and also pull out the dipstick and remove the fill cap from the top of the engine. Now, after we pull the fill cap, we can go down to the lower unit and pull our drain plug out. So of course, to change the oil, we have to take the old oil out, and we're going to do that by unscrewing the drain plug, which is located right here. I'm going to get my oil pan ready for when that oil starts coming out. All right, let's crack open the oil change kit and lay out our materials. As you can see, we have our 5 quarts of oil, and we've got a new oil filter, a funnel, and a new gasket for our oil drain plug. So while our oil is draining out of the plug, we've got a little bit of time while that drains out, and we're going to go ahead and remove the old oil filter and put in a new oil filter. All right, so here's our old oil filter. Here's our brand new oil filter. Go ahead and take our filter wrench, put it over the filter. I like to get down closer to the threads, get a better bite on it. Loosen that thing up with the filter wrench until you can get your hand on it. All right, we got the old filter off. We're gonna put the new filter on. One very important step is lubricating the seal on the new filter. So we're actually just gonna crack open some oil that we're going to put in the engine and lubricate that seal with a fresh coat of oil. All right, we lubed up that seal, and it's just as easy as screwing the new one back on. And we're gonna get this down hand tight. Then we'll take the filter wrench and again, get it nice and snug. All right, we got our new oil filter in and we have all the oil drained out of the engine. And so now we're gonna put our drain plug back in. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and put this fresh new gasket on our drain plug. So as you can see, just kind of a little washer gasket. Just take the old one off. Slide the new one back on. Now we can start threading the drain plug back in. Convenient thing about this kit, like I said, is everything you need for a complete oil change comes with it. All right, the final step now is just to add our 4.5 liters of oil. Like I say, conveniently in the kit, we've got 5 liters of oil. Convenient little spout there. Crack open liter of oil. So that's 1 liter down. We're just gonna repeat the process for the next 3.5 liters of oil. So we got our fill cap back on the top of the engine. We're gonna let this engine sit for 5 to 10 minutes, let the oil settle down. We'll put the dipstick in to see if we have the proper amount of oil. What we're looking for on the dipstick is for our oil to fall between the upper and lower markers here. And it looks like we're sitting pretty. So we've got adequate oil in the engine. Now, all we gotta do is put the cowl back on. If you have any further questions on replacing your oil, be sure to reference your maintenance manual.